So we're going to start. So we can bring the lights down, guys. All right. I'm going to go back here with the boys, so I won't block the screen for you guys. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're going to start here on Port Olisar. So a lot of you guys are quite familiar with this. We're playing 2.0 onwards. So this is Glenn. He's going to play our surrogate player. Howdy, Glenn. All right, so let's get out of bed, Glenn. Hey, you already saw this. Although he's been eating Benny's noodles, it looks like down there. Yeah. Oh, right. It looks like we've got a little video. Someone sent us a video message. So let's go see what that is.
Hey, how are you? Miles Eckhart. Friend over at Crusader said you've been building quite a rep. I run a modest security outfit. I'm always on the lookout for capable people who don't rattle. If you're interested in picking up some extra work, we should talk. I'll send my details.
Okay, so looks like we got a new mission, possible security job. So we'd have to go to Levski to find out about it. So let's go over to our mission manager. All right, possible security job. There you go. So travel to Levski to meet with Miles Eckhart. All right, so let's accept that. And let's head out to the pad. For this mission, we're going to do sort of a mini multi-crew mission. So we have Chris over here, who is going to partner Glenn and be the pilot to Glenn's all-performing action hero. And you guys, obviously, you guys know Olisar fairly well, with its various shops and locations.
Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue. One line when you can cruise star aboard a Crusader Industries Genesis Starliner.
And luckily Glenn slept in his spacesuit, so he doesn't need to get changed. Alright, here we go. So Chris there waiting for us on the landing pad. Hello.
Hey.
Let's wave to him. There you go.
Hey.
So there you are. We switch between Chris and... Alright, okay guys. Back to... there we go. And let's get in our freelancer. So we thought it was about time to do a demo using a freelancer. Wow, that door didn't work before or something?
Yep.
Wow. All right, come on, there you go. All right. Okay, let's get in our co-pilot seat and look over. There you go. Okay, let's... Okay, let's just head out.
Landing gear up.
Chris, look over, Chris. All right, I'm back. Sweet. Okay, all right. Let's go back and let's switch from our radar to star map. So this is an early work in progress, and it'll be obviously much further along by the end of the year. But you know the start map on the web, and the capabilities and visual qualities will be the same here. But this is obviously the standard system, and when we're navigating around in such a large area, you can't really have 1,000 nav markers, and so you're going to use your map for that. Obviously we're by Crusader, and if we zoom into Crusader and then zoom in further, we can sort of see the moons and the different stations. So you'll be able to do all that. So let's pull out a little bit, and it's going to be much snazzier and better than this. It's sort of a work in program. And if we pull out a little bit, Chris. So and then Microtech is where you'll see Hurston, Arcorp. And if you know the web map, you'll sort of know Stanton. But let's go to Delamar, which is where Levski is set and base. So let's activate quantum travel. Double click on that. So here we are. This is the upper orbit station outside Delamar, which is a sort of rocky, small planetoid. And Levski on board it is originally it was an abandoned mining town facility, and it was sort of taken over by the People's Alliance, which were a group of sort of anti-UEE kind of political activists during the Messer area, and so since then it's sort of evolved into a place free from sort of the boot of the UEE, so to speak. And if you kind of as long as you don't hurt someone else, you can do whatever you want. So it's think of it a bit like Mos Eisley, perhaps, in terms of being a bit of a den of villainy and scum. So we'll just get a bit closer to lower orbit stuff. And so in 3.0, and we're demonstrating every planet, every moon will be fully done, rendered, physicalized. You can land on any part of them, walk all the way around it if you want, if you've got months to do that, because they're quite large. Delamar here is about 2,000 kilometers in diameter, and you can actually see if you look at the curvature. So we don't have any clip range or draw range. So when you see something in the distance on the planet, the horizon line is the actual real horizon line. So the guys in Frankfurt that are doing this, the engine team, so they're pretty genius. So Marco Cabetta and Carsten Wenzel are sort of the leads of that, and a lot of this is all their baby. So as we slowly pull down, we'll start to enter the atmosphere, and as we sort of start to enter the atmosphere, you sort of see the atmospheric head come in and go us, and also. And as we get down into the atmosphere, it switches to a more atmospheric flight model. So there is drag, there is some small amount of sort of lift, sort of aerodynamic modeling. So if you have a ship like the Gladius, you'll fly better than something like the Aurora. So here we are, and anywhere on Delamar, we could land, get out, and walk. So as we fly down here, perhaps Chris, we could demonstrate and just land and get out somewhere, wherever you want. Hey Jared, you want to go back to the front view for a bit? Yeah, perfect. And then maybe do picture-in-picture, yeah, there we go. So there you are, Glenn's opening up the back. Chris is bringing us down. And then let's go to Glenn's view, Jared. That's perfect. There we go, beauty. And like pot out. All right, who else is going to be a challenge? See, we did land everywhere. Let's see if we can. Can you jump up? I don't know if we'll be able to do it. Let's see. Jump. Jump. All right, okay. Chris is going to have to land somewhere we can. He'll move a little bit so he can get in. All right. No. Nah. Not sure you'll be able to make that. Let's see if you can. Hey! Okay. Alright. Okay, well that was an unscripted adventure for you. And let's get back. And let's take off and head into Land of Levski. So Levski is, like I said, it's a sort of free town, and as long as you sort of respect their loose laws there, everything's okay. But they're not fond of UEE folks there. You want to go exterior? So, switch it. Switch it, Jared. No, point of view, Jared. Pilot, Jared. There you go. Okay. Alright, so now we can either request or cancel a landing if we wanted to, but we're going to request a landing from the Levski control tower there. Eslan Macken is the character here.
Landing pad assigned.
Okay, so he's assigned the landing pad for us. And that's kind of how in 3.0 we're going to have landing and the various different things, because we're going to have to control traffic in and out. And so you'll get a landing pad, you'll land, and then you'll have a certain amount of time to get out of your ship, and then the ship gets taken away to a hangar, and then the landing pad's available for someone else to land, and the same happens for exiting. If you take too long, then the screen will fade to black, and you'll be there in the airlock, just so no one can sort of sit on the landing pad forever and prevent other else from landing. All right, so let's head down. You want to flip these, Jared? There you go, perfect, awesome. So, one of the big things is we went from Olisar, I think we traveled about 1 million kilometers to Del Mar. Now we've flown over the surface, coming here to Levski. And, the goal with Star Citizen is to have a very structured but beautiful and tactile world and universe. So here we are, we've just tracked down. And we've arrived at Levski. So let's go head into Levski to look for Miles Eckhart. right, now we're going to have Chris fly out, and we're going to show you something here in a bit, which is kind of fun, but also shows the other big thing that I think is really important with Star Citizen is we are absolutely a multiplayer game, so you and your friends can adventure around in a huge universe, and for me, I think that's really important, especially when you try to have a big, detailed world. Otherwise, it gets a bit lonely. So here you are. People's alliance, respect local authorities. Peace wins every time. So definitely aging space hippies here. So let's head through the airlock into. Well, you got to get in a lift now. We're going to go down. So here's an example of the item 2.0. So everything has an inner thought when you interact with it. So we just call the elevator. And something to note in the elevators that we have in both Levski, actually they're in Grant X2, is they're real elevators. So there's a whole elevator system that calls them. They move around in the physical space. Okay, let's go to the lobby. And so let's walk out. So here's the area, the lobby is basically, these are lifts from the 4 landing areas you can come to. Welcome to Levski. So you can sort of see the feel, the character, the grounding that we want in the world and the universe. Here's a statue. Remember Anthony Tanaka, who was this kid that was killed by Messeran forces back in the Mess area, and he's a sort of symbol of defiance against the UEE, and therefore it's quite, it's a statue they've had here to sort of symbolize their defiance against the UEE. And if we look out the window here, so we can see, there you are, that's the Levski that we came in throughout. And in fact, look who's looking in at us. It's Chris. Oh, and look, we can zoom in and look, there's, who's that? Glenn, you want to wave? There you go. So there's a lot of work that's gone into the tech to allow us to do this kind of detail at the same time, multiplayer at this resolution, in and out. Anyway, it's difficult. So here in all our sort of landing locations throughout Stanton and the rest of the PU, so there would be somewhere like we would go there to get our ship repaired. The way that we're going to determine which area you would sort of respawn on, essentially, would be whenever you land at a landing location, you can go, so here's a residential area, and you can pay some money, some credits to, basically get your room like an easy hab on Port Olisar. And then when you sleep in the bed, that sort of says, okay, that's your checkpoint that so then if I was flying out in space and I got killed, I'd wake up in the hospital here in Levski as opposed to waking up in Port Olisar. And that's how you would sort of put your markers around as you go around. So let's call the elevator here. I think we did, right? Glenn, yeah? So this is an example. I know you guys probably said, oh, Chris is just saying that the elevators here move around properly, but no, they really do. And some of them are slow, like real life elevators like this one. So we'll sit here and we'll go down. Chris is going to show off, but we're also going to take a look. If we look at Chris's view, as he's looking around, you can actually see the elevator moving, right? So there you are. You see the elevator moving? Everything here in Levski it's the same as our ships. We build it, there's no cheating, there's no teleporting to different areas. It's all physically correct. Elevators physically move, so we'll get out here, the Grand Barter, and if we actually look at Chris's view, we can sort of see through his, so yeah, here we are again, and Chris is somewhere here. He's coming around, there you go. This is basically the elevator we came down, and there he is. So, and again, you can sort of see all the way in, and you can see the Grand Barter, and you can sort of see us, the player, right there, waving. Okay, so Glenn, let's turn around because we're going to go down to the Grand Barter Bazaar because that's where we're going to have to meet Miles. So head in, let's go. Let's go down. All right, so here we go into the Grand Barter Bazaar. So here we are in the Grand Barter Bazaar, and we look out. So like all the landing locations that we're going to have in Star Citizen, and this will be true in 3.02, is that they'll be selling different things. So you'll come to, say, Levski to buy things you can't buy in other places, and go to ArtCorp for this, buy things you can get there that you can't get elsewhere. So here would be probably more counterculture stuff, kind of like slightly illegal mods to weapons or stuff that you wouldn't normally get in sort of the authorized dealers. So this is a sort of bizarre market. Gordy's in there would be where we would go and get armor and that kind of stuff. And there were various different shops and stores around here. And this whole area...
You there. You are a person of good taste, I can tell.
So we'll keep going. We don't... So the proper subsumption isn't in here yet, but with that in, we'll see people moving around, doing things, coming and going, have a lot more life. But the idea is to make all the locations that you go, depending on what their sort of population would make sense, are alive, have people doing things.
Tell your friends.
Carrying on their own little conversations, moving around. So you sort of feel like it's a living world, whether there's 50 other players there or there's just you. So let's just head up here. We're going to find Cafe Muzan, which is where Miles Eckhart is hanging out. Go. And there you go. Looks like there's Miles there in the corner.
Glad you could make it. Grab a seat.
Right.
Sorry for the locale. Don't look like much, but the homemade stuff has some kick. Anyway, a job came in late last night. Some idiot hauler cut through low-sec space, got his crew vented. Company needs to retrieve the ship's black box to claim insurance on the lost cargo. Should be a romper job. Get in, get out. All my people are tied up with bigger ops. So I figured I could use this as a chance to make a new friend. I'll send the details. Let me know if you're interested.
So we can either accept or decline, but we're going to check the details first. So let's pull it up. There's the log. So the mission that we can take is the Dunda Sunbeam 4, which is a Starfarer. It's attacked by outlaws yesterday. Crew and cargo presumed lost. Unfortunately, the pilot deviated from intended path into a monitor space and ill-conceived attempt to shave time off their route. That means Dunda Shipping needs the black box data retrieved from the wreck in order to be reimbursed by an insurance company for the lost cargo. So the deliverables, the black box data from the Dundon Sunbeam 4, and we'll be paid 3,000 credits for that. So sounds like a mission we should take, so let's do that. Okay. Let's accept.
Great. Here's the tracking address for the ship. Let me know once you have the black box data.
Okay, we have a new objective, retrieve the black box. So let's head back out to the landing area and meet Chris up, and let's go look for a black box. And yeah, we're kind of sort of speed running through Levski here, but there's a lot of other areas out here. There's a whole ventilation shaft system that goes in the back, and there's sort of catacombs and tunnels in Levski, and some of them won't be monitored, so you could perhaps get attacked. There's a hospital where you would wake up if you died in space. Like I said, there's conscientious objects over there with the various different things that you could buy. So there's a lot of different shops and things that you can do as you move around in Levski or the other landing areas. All right, so let's just head up to the lobby and then. There's Chris faithfully waiting for us outside. Head up to Hangar 3. Go, and as we're coming here, Chris is coming down to get us. A little quick. Oh, look at that landing. Brilliant. All right, let's just check our mission. Make sure we got everything sorted out here on the mission scheduler. So, okay. So we're locate the star figure 8, retrieve the back box. Okay, cool. Hey, Chris, where you? You didn't get us. You left us. No, we weren't bored.
Launch sequence complete.
All right. We're just showing that it isn't on rails at all. Okay. All right, so let's get the back up, and since we're going to be heading into unmonitored space, Glenn's going to get in our back turret to make sure that in case we get attacked, we'll have all hands on deck. Jared, remember we don't want to have the second monitor down there. There you go, thank you. We'll switch to it later. Okay, so we'll pull out here. So you saw in People the Planet, but this is all real-time live while we're flying around. We just went to this incredibly detailed location. It's all coming in. So as we are now, okay, let's do the picture-in-picture. Did we lose? We didn't have. Doesn't matter. Picture-in-picture. Jared, picture-in-picture. There we go. There we go. Right. We'll start to head up, and once we've cleared the atmosphere, which you'll see on Chris's screen, we'll be able to quantum drive. And you can see in the distance where Levski is, with the 4 different landing pads, the various sort of mining towers. And again, like I said, this is all seamless. We're streaming in, we're streaming out. We're not